Welcome to tonight's The Zinger Show. I'm your host, Larry Zinger. So last week we asked you to send us your thoughts on video about an environmental concern you had.
Hi Larry, my name is Justin Trudeau. Monarch species have been on a steady decline for the past few years, so my question to you is, will Canadian monarchs be able to vacation in Mexico?
Joining me today, please give a round welcoming applause to Enrique Pina Nieto. The next guest is the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama. And finally, Stephen Harper. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, Larry.
Thank you, Larry.
So, to answer that question, it's not our fault. It's the agricultural people of Canada and USA. They are the ones that are destroying the milkweed that the larvae used to feed on.
That's because it reduces crop yield, and agriculture is the backbone of this great nation.
Well, I refuse to respond any further. It's too obvious.
If he won't talk, I will. Milkweed is unwanted in agriculture areas. Monarchs lay eggs, and larvae feed on milkweed. The milkweed on the sides of the road have not been destroyed and left for the monarchs to breed on. Yes, we can. Yes, we can, Canada.
Yes, you can.
Yes, I know.
But monarchs prefer the agricultural fields rather than the side of the road.
But
Because the milkweed is much better in the agricultural fields than it is on the side of the road.
But no, we cannot do it. We need our crops in the agriculture to be successful. That's why we engineered our plants so they are immune to the herbicide, so that the crops will be healthy and they are not affected, and the milkweed will be killed because they can disturb our crops.
Exactly. That's why we are giving them a place to breed while still allowing our crops to grow without the milkweed competition ruining our crops. The backbone of our country, by the way. Did I mention that?
Exactly.
And let it be known, we have recalled American forces from the Middle East and are sending them to protect our agriculture and other areas, the backbone of this country, to fight against the milkweed. It's simple, because we can.
Is that why reducing the milkweeds by 58% has brought the monarch species numbers down to 81%? Is that why?
Yes.
Well, logging of the forest in the Mexico, in the overwintering grounds, they are destroying the monarch population too. It's not just our fault.
This is an outrage!
Yeah, well, up yours, Mexico.
Hey guys, Mexico may be warm for the winter, but don't you think it's too hot for the lovely summer? Surely the best place to enjoy your summer is here in Canada. We provide Monarch's new couple a new place to settle and have a baby family. We guarantee you that your lovely baby larvae will have a lot of nutrients, and soon they will transform into a lovely butterfly, just like their mom. Canada welcome you and your next generation here for a stay of a lifetime. For more information, contact megawicresidence.ca.
Welcome back to the Zinger Show. Next up, we have a family that has gone through so much of late. They are going through such a hard time, so please help me in giving a warm round of applause to this monarch family, the Miltons.
Thanks for having us, Larry.
No problem.
My name is Nymphalide. My wife's name is Danaus. This here is our son Plexipus. We agreed to be on your show because of the atrocities that have happened to us.
A description of what atrocities you're talking about and who are causing them.
They've been poisoning our nests. It's their pesticides.
Honey,
Do you
calm
see?
down.
No. Do you see these wings? Do I look like a pest to you?
The big farmers have been killing off the milkweed plants that have the best nutrients and have minimal fumes to harm our babies. With the decrease in agricultural milkweed, there have been a few accidents. You see, there's this plant called black swallowwort, and that is a cousin of the milkweed that is our home, but it's toxic to our young. And Nymphalide and I laid our oldest there.
What happened?
our daughter Denani died.
I'm sorry for your loss.
The farmers need to stop.
So you're gonna have to calm down.
It's your fault,
Sir.
and it's your fault,
Sir.
and it's your no,
Sir,
no.
Hey,
Whoa!
stop.
Whoa! 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 No!
Miss Milton, would you continue the story?
But people think we're not important, but we really are. We pollinate so many flowers. Without us, bad things could really happen.
So you've heard it here first on the Zinger Show. Stay tuned for more on this. Now, do we have a surprise for you? Next up, we have a world-renowned conservationist, Arena Butterfly. Stage, I'm guessing. So let me ask you one thing. I've heard quite a remarkable story about these butterflies on their journey in the fall. Can you tell us something about that?
Okay, so the monarch butterflies are a multi-generational migratory species. So that means that, like most migratory species, they travel south for the winter. In this case, they travel to Mexico. They travel about 3,000 miles over up to 2-month period.
Wow, that's one heck of a journey. Didn't know that monarchs would last that long.
Well, they typically don't. The 3 summer generations, the ones that we're used to here in Canada, actually only live for 2 to 6 weeks. But their last generation before fall goes through something called a reproductive diapause. So they actually conserve their energy and can live up to 8 months, flying to Mexico and then staying there over the winter.
Let me stop you for a second. Reproductive diapause. That is one hell of a fancy term. But what in the blue hell does that mean?
Okay. A reproductive diapause is when the monarchs stop all reproductive activity in an attempt to conserve energy, and it works really well for these guys. They more than double their lifespan for sure.
Now that's dedication. When I go to Mexico, I usually go for the beaches. What do these monarchs go for?
Well, the monarchs don't actually go to the beaches. They like the pine forests, and they actually just stay in. They don't actually disperse all over Mexico. So they're usually just in one big area, so you can see thousands of butterflies. Unfortunately, due to the loss of milkweed in their summer habitat, many of the future generations that arrive in Mexico will be greatly reduced. And if these conditions don't change, the monarchs may no longer be visiting Mexico.
So how can we help this?
Well, the best thing that the everyday person can do is make a butterfly garden. They will help immensely.
So start making those butterfly gardens. Alright guys, that's all we have for tonight. So make sure you stay tuned for next week's episode, or be zinged!